So hello and welcome to everybody who has joined us for the build-up to this occasion of ultimate tribalism. And as you would expect, that build-up has been remarkable. They fight here not just for the pride of their manor, but in the ultimate show of one-upmanship. The pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Jim, this one always matters.
Well, we never really did friendly derbies, not when I was playing TJ. But it's impossible to keep rivalries in check, completely in check. So while I'm not expecting everything to go flying at 100 miles an hour, this could get spicy.
Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, I'll be keeping an eye on this fellow, Solanke, who I'm sure will be leading the line out there. He's very strong in the air, he's excellent with his back to goal, and he's really...
And the shots! Goal! Arsenal! Arsenal take the lead!
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. Oh, very neat and tidy.
The perfect setting, the perfect atmosphere. It feels like a big game. It sounds like a big game. The focus now on the players as they seek to get their team off to the ideal start. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Day one, and everybody eager to get off to a good start.
Yeah, and it's obvious, Peter, you don't want to be playing catch-up after the opening group game. So we can expect this to be highly competitive. 3 points here and the feel-good factor of eventual progression kicks in. It's a great foundation to tackle the rest of the group games.
Gets things running. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Robert Lewandowski. He's just about the perfect all-round striker. Not least because he can finish equally well with both feet, Peter. It's not all about his finishing, though. He's always on the shoulder, looking for that ball in behind, and that prevents the opposition defence from getting too high or, indeed, getting too comfortable.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. Dani Olmo. And it's Lewandowski! And the ball's not done, he's asking for trouble. Go for a shot! And that was very necessary. Kubasi. That's a decent chance! Dealt with nicely by the defence. It's run loose here. Now then, the ball's come loose. De Jong. And this is Lewandowski. And here's... And the shot! Goal! Barcelona!
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. Oh, very neat and tidy.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition. Must have been told to look for ways to try and construct some space down the middle here.
And what is it, Jim, that they're actually achieving?
Well, it opens up the pitch, stretches the opposition, and it activates more running room.
Out to the left it goes.
He's got his range wrong now.
And He's running through. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. And he's managed to get free. And the referee brings the first half to a close. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football, plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Barcelona having to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. And with shapes to shoot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And it's been taken short. Can he deliver? There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Calmly anticipates. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. That's a cute ball. Thinks about the shot. No, he's overshot the green. Kubasi. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, then room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
Yamal. Dani Olmo looking to add to his goal. And here's Lewandowski! Final attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Oh, good spread. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Played out to the right. And they've got a throw. Oh, that's well done, really robust. The referee's awarded a free kick. Christensen is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his final warning.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the left.
Oh, he's gifted it to the opposition. Kubasi. Dani Olmo. Yamal. And it's Olmo. And here's tries a shot! It's really well manoeuvred. And it's played forward. Plenty to aim at here. Christensen with a fine tackle.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Presses it through. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish, and no half measures from here.
Driving on and making good progress. And that is that. Barcelona are able to take all 3 points on day one, and they look the business in doing so. What we want to ask for is sum up what we've witnessed, Jim.
Well, they've laid down a marker with such a good...
And so the thrill of the opening game. Giddy hope and expectation, they all line up as equals, looking for the perfect start. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Lille looking for a fast start to get things done early here.
Well, Peter, both of these teams will take to the pitch with a three-point focus. Ambition is fresh and strong, and each will want to go deep into the competition, so neither will be looking to come out of this with a flawed game plan. This has to be assured and close to their best.
And already we're underway here. Well, Olivier Giroud seems to have spent his entire career being underrated, Jim, but there must be a reason he's been a mainstay at both club and international level.
Well, his record in important games, Peter, speaks for itself. And OK, he's not going to bang out 30-plus goals in a season, but he contributes so much with all the other things he does in and around the box, whether it's holding up the ball, his one-touch layoffs.
And he's a hard worker too, isn't he?
He is, absolutely. His work rate's second to none.
Good ball, good take. Great ball if he can get there. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. That's really well manoeuvred. Andre. And it's Giroud. Giroud knocks it out wide. Defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Pete.
That's surely a foul. Free kick. Giroud. Well, this is turning out to be a lively old game.
Yeah, especially in those wide areas, something the team have clearly identified as being the more productive of the channels.
Gomez. Gomez gently done. Cuts out the pass.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
And here's Watkins. Oh, that's well done, really robust. And the counter is on. And that's been won straight back. Now it's Bentaleb. Cross goes in there. Brilliantly cut out. And now the breakaway. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. So what can they make of this? Tielemans. And there's green grass ahead of him. Oh, red. Nice interception. Aim forwards. And here's Giroud. Bentaleb. Giroud. Giroud! The ball's come loose here. Bentaleb. It's anyone's ball now. Moved on forwards. Sancho. McGinn. Tielemans played with finesse. And it's played forward. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, at least the defence can look back on a job pretty well done so far, Peter. I think they've squeezed the play quite well and they've been relentless in their pressing. So the energy levels have looked good.
And after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time. And we are back underway.
Lille have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
Substitution on the field.
Giroud.
Number 27. Number 17.
Tielemans have it back and can go again. And that could set him on his way. He's in a great position. Mandy forwards and with intent. And here's Sancho.
The attendance for this match was 72,306.
Strong running down that left flank. And it's Gomez. Played down the flank. He's got plenty of space out wide here. He's found some space. He's cut it out. Goes for a shot! That has been knocked clear. Mondi. Giroud. Lofted upfield. Andre.
Lille really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
McGinn. And it's Giroud. Gomez.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
That is a brilliant interception. And that will be the final act. Lille are only able to draw a rather anticlimactic result in view of all the initial euphoria. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
I don't think they'll be too upset about that. 1 point is okay, and steering clear of an opening loss keeps the mood in the dressing room.
The perfect setting, the perfect atmosphere. It feels like a big game. It sounds like a big game. The focus now on the players as they seek to get their team off to the ideal start. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Day one, and everybody eager to get off to a good start.
Well, Peter, I can tell you that both managers will have stressed the need for a very strong start here. Both have also indicated a front foot approach. If that is the case, then I don't think we're going to be complaining at the end. I certainly hope we'll be eulogising. There's an awful lot resting on this, and we'll probably end up reflecting on that.
We have already started here. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, I think
That's a foul. Free kick's been given. And that's out of reach. Ødegaard. Lovely ball and a real chance now. Tolisso.
Yeah, we're actually currently watching a contest of insipid probing. The only way is up, I hope.
Tolisso. Mikel Merino gets over and intercepts. Saka. Merino. Mikel Merino. Forwards and with intent. That pass surprised everyone and not in a good way. Tessman. Tolisso. Satriano, aim forwards. Ødegaard. Muscular approach does pay off here. And it's played forward. Tagliafico. Fofana. Timber wins the duel this time. And now the breakaway. He's found a way through. So much time and space here. Martinelli chooses to go back. Saka. He has a look. Decent chance! That's offside. Yes, it is. And the first 45 minutes are up. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
Arsenal, so both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the back. And they're already back up and running after half-time. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Oh, he's found support out wide. Fofana, for chance! And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Substitutions taking place.
Calafiori. Merino. Saka. Oh, good spread. Oh, it's a great ball here. There's the shot! No shortage of confidence there.
Well, that was certainly impressive, Peter. Great run, just a shame the finish let him down.
The attendance for this match
shifted
was
upfield.
60,332.
Knocks it out wide. And it's Merino. Tolisso. And here's Saka. Oh, this is a great position. And the shot! Another save.
Great stop from the keeper. That was something else. He's definitely coming out
Substitution in
on
progress.
top at the moment.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Out to the right. Played back in. It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Arsenal really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Climbs up big!
Well, I think the defence deserves credit for the way they were quick to close him down.
Tagliafico. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Saka. Marino, he's away!
Arsenal really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Tolisso played out to the left flank. That's really well manoeuvred.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Satriano looking here to chip it through.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Ødegaard.
2 minutes has been indicated.
He's really drilled it.
Well, look at him, furious at himself for missing. Having said that, the manager applauds his effort to find that bottom corner.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Arsenal starting here with a draw, glass half empty or half full. You be the judge. Barcelona have a proper sense of purpose here, a motivation to tie things up and look beyond the confines of this group. There is an expectant air, an enthusiasm and excitement. Victory will guarantee progression, and that is what they're seeking. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. Barcelona are utterly focused and determined. They know how much this means.
Well, if they can't find the motivation required for this, they might as well pack it in, Peter. This is the type of defining game that can propel the status of the whole club into the kind of territory where it needs to take its game. While individual careers may be helped with good performances, this has to be about the collective. If that remains strong, everything else should fall nicely into place.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Robert Lewandowski. He's just about the perfect all-round...
That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here.
Lovely bit of skill.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
He's had a shot!
It's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
And it's Olmo. Pedri. And here's Yamal. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Are clearly looking to use the space out in the flanks here.
With a view to what exactly, Jim?
Well, it can encourage the fullbacks to get involved and increase their chances of more...
Rafinha! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
That's the way you go about things if you want to qualify. It's superb.
He can get that clear. Oh, what a... And there's green grass ahead of him. Christensen. Thinks of... Yamal! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Has been indicated.
He's in plenty of space here. Can he latch on to this? And he shoots! Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised. Hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think. Something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Barcelona, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. The referee's awarded a free kick. Olmo gets it away.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
And reclaimed it in a trice. Oh, he's onto this. He's in a great position here. Oh, that's a fine challenge. Now it's Daniel, and the shot! It's in!
The attendance for this match was 51,000.
And there we have it, the two-goal cushion.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
So that's two now without reply.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Spread out to the left, played back in. Out to the left it goes. Cuts out the supply. De Jong. Muscular approach does pay off here. Yamal takes control of it and he's on the move. Oh, he's bustling through. Real chance! Goes to finish! Oh, that is rather wayward.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
Number 11. Coming on the field.
Real shot and the shot! That was a given. It always was.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
Substitution on the field.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that fate.
Coming on
That's
the field
just as the
is
manager would have seen it. An impact sub.
number 24.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
De Jong. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. And here's Lewandowski. Oh, sweet feet. Oh, what a ball!
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. And the counter is on. Oh, that's a nice ball. Christensen with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick.
Substitution on the field. Number 8. Coming on to replace him is number 6.
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. So the deed is done. Thrill and excitement all round as players and supporters Well, their performance on opening day was solid, if unspectacular. The resulting draw, something they look here to build upon. There is certainly plenty of incentive to do so. 3 points today would put them in a very strong position indeed. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Lille looking at a pivotal game. Second game in the group so often is.
Well, having drawn their opening game, Peter, I think there's a little more pressure to win this one rather than leave it to the final match and endure a more nail-biting encounter. That should be reflected with a purpose and an urgency from them, so I think we might get something lively.
As you can see, we've already started here. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Nemanja Matic. He's a top-class defensive midfielder. He's physically dominant and is excellent at using those long legs to pinch the ball away with a clean tackle. He's a great anticipator of the game and just seems to be able to slot in wherever he's needed most, snuffing out opposition attacks before they can really get going.
Well, quite no argument from me on that one. Bentaleb. Now it's Andre. Nicely intercepted. Both sides a bit too casual in possession. In into the middle. Oh, what a climb! It's a good distance on it. Oh, it's come loose. Lille are enjoying the lion's share of possession, but nothing yet to show for it. And it's played forward. Mbemba cuts it out. Meunier. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Sassuolo going wide a lot more often now, Jim.
Yeah, they're looking to create space in and around that D by stretching the defence. Look out for a late arrival or two from midfield.
Bentaleb. And here's Giroud.
Giroud really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Oh, this looks sharp. Calmly anticipates. Andre. And he welcomes it in. And the keeper has it. The whistle goes for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just had that telling breakthrough moment. To review the first half.
Solid, very solid, actually, Peter. They haven't made much of an impression at the other end, but defensively I think they've got an awful lot right, completely nullifying their opponents. Now they just need to focus on getting a little more creative.
So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Lille have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Bentaleb. Noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Yeah, he's had so much room to operate in. He's been running the show, but maybe the curtain's about to come down on him.
Muscular approach does pay off here. Andre played into space. And he cuts out the supply. And that has been clubbed away.
Attention, changement.
Bentaleb. And here's Giroud. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Oh, look, his determination needed to be greater than the obstacle he was faced with, and it wasn't.
He's going to be disappointed with that. Pinamonti. That is lovely. He's having a shot! Decent enough try.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
And that's nice and simple for the keeper. Driven forward. Succumbs to the pressure. Looking to break at pace. Out towards the flank. And they've got rid. And claimed it back swiftly.
Lille clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Changement en cours.
Couple of changes then in quick succession.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
He can run onto that.
Lille really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Kone.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try
Il y
again.
aura 2 minutes de temps additionnel.
And that's that. So we finish as we started. Try as they might, neither was able to break
Cette
through.
rencontre
What are
sera
your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Lille certainly had some good moments, Peter. There were plenty of encouraging spells that more should have been made of.
Second game from a position of uncertainty. The draw first up, so they are still in charge of their own destiny as they hit this, the pivotal match. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Arsenal looking at a pivotal game. Second game in the group so often is.
Yeah, Peter, and the mood in the stadium very much suggests that now is the time to kick on and ensure that 3 points are added to their opening one. Not a time for holding back. They can instead make a statement here, telling the rest they're going to take control of the group.
The action has already started. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
The defensive qualities of William Saliba. For me, Peter, he's someone who's shown great leadership from such a young age when starting his career in France. I see a lot of bravery and courage, and I think they're words you associate with somebody who is very good in both boxes.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. It's anyone's ball now. Gabriel did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Nicely intercepted. Rice. And the counter is on. Madueke laid out towards the right wing. Berghaus. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And it's played forward. And now the breakaway. Madueke. And he's found real chance! Fine stop from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Janos claims it. And the danger passes. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Martinelli. Oh, super fine. Dolberg, and the shot! Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Had too much room. It was one of those instances when desperate measures were called for, and it was a reckless lunge.
Not a touch, not a blink.
I just think the keeper committed himself to a move.
Ajax are in front now, the game's only goal.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Defending of the desperate variety. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Have it back and can go again.
There will be
Now
one
this could be a
added
chance.
time.
And he's there to get it away. And there's the end of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game
Coming
here.
soon.
And we're off again.
Arsenal can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Martinelli, and the shot! And yes, it's there!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this one always did feel hard to predict, and that's exactly how it looks like turning out.
Arsenal have reclaimed it. Timber. Madueke. Ødegaard. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against
The
a
attendance for
defender,
this
though,
match
who was ever so determined.
52,820.
Well, he could easily have slipped that to his right just to keep the attack alive, and it looks like he's going to learn the hard way.
Good challenge, excellent challenge. Moved on forwards. And it's Timber. And here's Ødegaard. And here's Madueke. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. McConnell played with finesse. And that is as far as they're going to go. Timber. Arsenal ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Gets into some space. It's run loose here. Nice physical challenge. Rice shifted upfield. Muscular approach does pay off here. And that's left him on the seat of his pants.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Number 7. Number 9. Kasper Dolberg.
And it's Lewis Skelly.
Coming on the field. Number
Merino.
17.
Great chance! Goal! Arsenal! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Complete awareness. He understood what was needed and he executed it smoothly.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. And he shoots! Making consecutive changes here.
Well, the stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
There will be 3 minutes.
And he's there to clear it. Ødegaard. Chance! That was superb!
They actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Number 8. Coming on to
Clears it
replace
away.
him is number
Added time
18.
is up, and there goes the whistle. So the winners bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having none of that. So just shy of perfect, but undefeated still. 4 points from 6, a very, very respectable start. Thrilling, nail-biting, perhaps frustrating until the very end, but we do have a winner.
Well, this looked like it had a draw written all over.
So welcome one and all to our live coverage of the ongoing group stage here, the tournament making steady progress towards its knockout phase. We'll be ready to go once the final checks are carried out. We have a hugely expectant crowd here. We just hope that the game lives up to the atmosphere. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. And as you can see, we've already started here. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, this guy Pedro Neto is a real footballing thoroughbred, Peter, and I'm a huge fan of his direct style. There's a genuine intensity and aggression in everything he does, but that doesn't seem to diminish his creative output at all. He goes for it every time.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
That's nice and simple for the keeper. Rafinha, Yamal, and Yamal! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low.
Oh, look at him, furious at himself for missing. Having said that, the manager applauds his effort to find that bottom corner.
Cucurella, Garnacho. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. That's really well manoeuvred. Yamal. Dani Olmo. Garnacho. Palmer. Pedro Neto. And it's Palmer. Oh, good spread. Palmer! It's a loose ball. Now it's Lewandowski. Yamal. And he's there to get it away. Here's Yamal, and here's Lewandowski. Now this could be a chance. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
I think they can be very happy with the flow of the game so far. They're moving the ball around very nicely. They're creating opportunities too. They must need to find the way to add that touch of quality in front of goal. That extra clinical edge.
So, no breakthrough from either side. 0-0 after 45 minutes of action.
On the field is
And we are back underway.
11.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Palmer, a searching ball out wide. Played into space out wide. Al Kubasi puts it away. He's gone for goal!
Good effort, he got plenty on that.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Out to the left it goes.
45,996.
Caicedo. Now it's João Pedro. Dino Gittins. Lovely. And the shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
João Pedro clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Goal kick as confirmed by the referee. Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. Rafinha, Dani Olmo, Lewandowski, chance, surely!
Lewandowski really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Just the goalkeeper to beat. Chance!
Taken with style.
Well, what a shift in moods here, Peter. That weight's finally off their shoulders, and tails are well and truly up.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
And here's Dani Olmo.
Barcelona really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Played out to the right. Now it's João Pedro. Palmer, aim forwards. Real chance! Sticks it away! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line.
86 minutes.
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay inside, Peter. That was really clever.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's a really...
Yamal! He scores! Drama at the death! Is there time for one more twist? Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
And the referee brings it to a close. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down by the odd goal. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, obviously they'll be disappointed.
Lille have a proper sense of purpose here, a motivation to tie things up and look beyond the confines of this group. There is an expectant air, an enthusiasm and excitement. Victory will guarantee progression, and that is what they're seeking. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Lille are a team on a mission. Maximum points, and they're on to bigger and better things.
Well, Peter, there's good pressure and bad, but this leans very much to the former, and a big chance to take everything on a level. These players have to embrace and tackle the task ahead with the courage and confidence they've grown for a time like this. I expect them to swim and not sink, and they won't need a rubber ring here either.
We have already started here. Well, Olivier Giroud seems to have spent his entire career being underrated, Jim, but there must be a reason he's been a mainstay at both club and international level.
Well, his record in important games, Peter, speaks for itself. And OK, he's not going to bang out 30-plus goals in a season, but he contributes so much with all the other things he does in and around the box, whether it's holding up the ball, his one-touch layoffs.
And he's a hard worker too, isn't he?
He is, absolutely. His work rate's second to none.
They could break here. Giroud. Oh, what a... And the shot! Oh, no! And it's Lille who take the lead.
Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit to fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Lille have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
That's the way you go about things if you want to qualify. It's superb.
Andre, spread out to the left. Aim forwards. Great defending, strong and determined. Cuts out the pass. Chance! Split-second reaction.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Oh, smashing header!
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it. I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
He's found a way through. It's Giroud! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! So that goal in.
Well, I thought once he got the first part of it right by getting his knee over the ball, it was always like he would drilled very low and so approved.
So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible.
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Lille in... Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Meunier. Bentaleb. Bentaleb played out towards the right wing. And that has been clubbed away. Andre. Oh, played right into his path. And he shoots! And they're cruising away. Luke was quick to move in. Keeper's handling wasn't great.
And the Sale goalkeepers replaced him after that. Maybe there's some truth to it.
Lille find a position of real strength now. Mbemba cuts it out. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Andre. And it's Meunier. Play towards the front line. And he's picked out the run. Meunier. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Oh, he's found support out wide. Header! Yes, better contact.
I think he did really well to get the shot away, to be honest. He didn't know how much pressure he was under at the time.
Victory now would mean so much. Driven forward. He's shifting through the gears here. Purring through the gears. Mandy, gently done. That's really well manoeuvred. Out to the left it goes. And the shot! We can get that clear. And that's been won straight back.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Now that's well seen too. Almost nothing left on the clock here. Lille have their place in the knockout stage all but secure. He's onto it in a flash. Well, that is not the best ball. And he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough.
That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Great chance! And that will be the final act. Lille have laid claim to one of the... So it all hinges on this. They need a draw to progress. It is a teasing game of football right on the very edge. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Arsenal lining up with a look of total focus. Eyes on the prize, which is way beyond these group stages.
To be perfectly honest, Peter, it would be...
It's an untidy challenge, free kick given.
Well, the
referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here.
He's going to be disappointed with that. Martinelli. Now it's Martinelli. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Odegaard. Martinelli. Love, decent chance! Goal! Arsenal! Arsenal take the lead. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Arsenal, they have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
That's the way you go about things if you want to qualify. It's superb.
They just need to avoid defeat. It would mean so much to them. Now it's Cutrone. It's a good foot in there. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Adrian Bernabé! Well, the ball's come loose here. Oh, lovely feet. He is such a good mover. That is good strength. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Well, it's not...
Can he finish? Real chance and a real let-off.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Very nicely done. That's surely a foul, free kick. Climbs up big! Couldn't quite control it.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Gabriel. Timber. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Cutrone. Gabriel gets a foot in here. And it's played forward. And he's picked out the run. Saka. There's the shot! This possibly the last play of the half. Tries to get it clear. We've reached half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
There's plenty of positives to take, despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy. A little more composure up front, perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Arsenal have played well here, and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Arsenal just about have their noses in front. That's been slipped through. So much time and space here. They're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Have it back. And can go again. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. That's really well manoeuvred.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 51.577
Cutrone.
spettatori.
Always onto this. And claimed it back swiftly. Oh, he's tried it! Worth a try.
Well, you've got to admire the confidence confidence and the agility. Wasn't too far off either.
Il numero 22.
Martinelli. Now who's going to be first to this? Great defending, strong and determined. And he thumps it clear. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Ødegaard shifted upfield. Merino. Martinelli is having a shot! Defending of the desperate variety. He's being urged to shoot.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
That is a little undercooked. Do have a chance to counter here. Saka! Oh, that should have been two.
Saka really can't believe it. He let the opposition off the hook there, and he knows it all too well.
Il numero 15.
Almost nothing left on the clock here. Parma have the look of condemned men. Elimination almost a certainty now. Mosquera does really well to win the ball there. I think we're just about done here.
Ci sarà un
He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away.
sostituzione per il Parma. Il numero 8 viene sostituito con il
And that has put paid to that. And that's it. So the deed is done. Thrill and excitement all round as players and supporters embrace the knowledge that there are bigger and better things to come. So the field has been reduced now to just 8. It is quarter-finals day for the right to be within just one tie of the showpiece final. You can feel here the sense of possibility. There's nothing quite like match day. It's the shots. There's a matter of room for debate here, but a goal kick's been given. It is a fair distance from goal. I'm not sure if he'll have a go. And it's Gomez. Lille desperately needs someone. And a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Hit from there. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Enough to concern the defence. And that could set him on his way. The ball is loose and the chase is on. And now the breakaway. Now it's Andre Gomez. Gomez. Driven forward. Oh, Red, nice interception. Gomez. He can run onto that. Oh, shot it! Goal! The movement so precise. The finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping the goal at the other. And it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly have time to even react. And there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Lille, they have what they wanted, the first breakthrough. It's Giroud! Oh, they could be caught out here. Can he deliver? Bentaleb. Moved on forwards. Now, what about a counter-attack? Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Driving forward. Now looking to orchestrate a counter.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Succumbs to the pressure. And there's Greengrass, a chance! He has done it! In trouble! And there's the whistle for half-time. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Lille ahead 2-0, and they are looking good. And we are back on the way. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And that's going to be a booking. Oh, sweet feet. He's found a way through. Gomez defending his corner stump. Real chance! He's missed, but not like that far. And it's Giroud. Played out to the right. Muscular approach does pay off here. Looking to break at pace. And it's played forward. That's well seen too. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And it's come back to the keeper. Long ball by the goalkeeper. So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Well, you have to feel a little for the player being taken off here. I think he's been made the scapegoat after that, but I guess something had to be done. I suppose it did need a little change.
They get a throw in. A couple of changes then in quick succession. It's going to be a double change then. Really well manoeuvred. Now who's going to be first to this? Takes aim and crosses. That's good running with the ball. Oh, perfectly measured that. And he's onside. Knocks it out wide.
Just noticing now about that defensive line and how much it's dropping. It's too deep for me.
And why do you think that would be?
Well, it's an obvious move to prevent the opposition from exploiting the space that was usable.
Well read. The danger is averted. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Has been indicated.
So that's it. It is all over. Lille are believing now. Through to the last four. They only need to do this twice more.
welcome to a big business day at the sharp end of what has been a
Captivating competition. We are down now to the last 8. Well, there's a real familiarity about these scenes here. The followers of one of the most formidable teams in the history of football, ensuring that yet again this will be an occasion for the game's ultimate literati. There is a perceptibly greater sense of urgency from both sides here with a place in the last 4 on the line.
Well, look, when you reach this stage of the competition, you begin to think you can go the distance. Now, the big characters in either dressing room will be stressing the need to find whatever it takes to get through. Has everyone got the substance and character to make it happen? These are the questions that both of these sides have to answer today. And one side will obviously do it that bit better.
We have already started here. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, I think it'll be interesting, Peter, to see what challenge the opposition now bring to Araujo. I really rate him because he can cope with pace, he can cope with dribbling wingers, and he's a very valuable asset. And he's become a real focus in that defence.
Well, quite no argument from me on that one. Tomori has been called now, it's a foul. Rafael Leao. Modric aimed forwards. Balde wins the duel this time. That is a great kick out. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. He's having a shot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Milan didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but it's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Fofana, Modric, Rafael Leao. Muscular approach does pay off here. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Pedri. Nice control. He's being urged to shoot. Corner then.
With his effort, he needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Fofana. Modric gently done. Pau Kubasi heading out towards the right wing.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Ferran Torres. With that, the half-time whistle goes. Been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. And we are up to the break.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained. So I'm looking forward to what's to come.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. Hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Well timed, excellent interception. Pedri shifted upfield. Koundé. 0-0 still. It's a game that needs a bit of life injected. Balde.
The attendance for this match was 62,005.
Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old... There's the shot! He's found the net! Just the picture of how the game reads!
It is a good finish. No score against him. Little matter. But he had to deal with a awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Barcelona have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, registering that crucial first goal has now given them more incentive and motivation to take this on.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 7.
Balde moved on forwards.
Coming on to replace him
Rafinha.
is number 10.
Now it's Yamal. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Played towards the front line. Succumbs to the pressure. Pedri looking to penetrate opposition lines. Koundé. They'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Yamal. And it's Origi. And back to the goalkeeper. Well, it is a narrow lead, but they are clinging on to it right now. Now just moments away from a semi-final place. He's got away. Balde, and he shoots! Sticks it away! Look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Complete awareness. He understood what was needed, and he executed it smoothly.
Lewandowski really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
Robert Lewandowski.
Barcelona could not... Pulisic is the guilty party there.
Substitution. There will be 3 minutes added time.
Fourth official face to face with the keeper. Good claim. No margin for error there. And there goes the final whistle. Barcelona are believing now. Through to the last 4. They only need to do this twice more. And after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
They're shaping fairly menacingly. There's an air of confidence and belief growing that'll take a bit of stopping.
Please be reminded that drinking is only allowed in the areas shown on this map. Thank you very much for your cooperation.
So the field has been reduced now to just 8. It is quarter-finals day for the right to be within just one tie of the showpiece final. You can feel here the sense of possibility. terrific picture, as always. One of Asia's best purpose-built stadia. So this is where we're up to in the quarterfinals. Already plenty enough to get the juices flowing.
Well, look, when you reach this stage of the competition, you begin to think you can go the distance. Now, the big characters in either dressing room will be stressing the need to find whatever it takes to get through. Has everyone got the substance and character to make it happen? These are the questions that both of these sides have to answer today, and one side will obviously do it that bit better.
The action has already started. Saka! Goal! Arsenal!
Whose goal is that? Big deflection.
That's one for the dubious goals panel. Arsenal have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
I think they've gone about their business with the opener very much in mind, and this augurs well now.
What's the throw? Mancala. Merino. Saka. Ødegaard providing an outlet on that flank. And he shoots! That's going to go a long way. Now, who's going to be first to this? And it's Merino. Now, this could be a chance. Takes a shot! They've done it! And they're at it again in double quick time. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
Arsenal are doing very nicely, thank you.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Looking to break at pace. Well, played right into his path. Cleared without complication. Caresses it through. Martinelli. He's in a good position here. Timber. Oh, it's come loose. That is a brilliant interception.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And the half-time whistle goes. Anything you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Coming on the field
Arsenal
is
in control at half-time,
number
2-0.
18.
And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Mangala. Morton. Tessman. Great defending, strong and determined. Oh, good spread. Saka. He is just caressing the ball. He's having a shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And the lead is extended still further.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
179.
Mangala. And it's Fofana. Tagliafico. Chance here to counter. Saka going full steam down the flank. He has found a way through. Niakate with a fine tackle. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Substitution for Lyon.
Well, you have to feel a little for the player being taken off here. I think he's been made the scapegoat after that, but I guess something had to be done. I suppose it did need a little change.
Muscular approach does pay off here. Header comes in! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Rice has found the net here, of course. Ødegaard has created one goal already. Calafiori. A heavy challenge. Timber. Ødegaard. Now it's Saka. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Satriano. Rice cuts it out. Calafiori has been caught there, it's a foul. Lyon.
It's pretty clear that the defence have decided that the greatest threat to them at the moment, Peter, are people trying to just run at them.
Run at them, and I suppose beyond them, Jim.
Yeah, particularly late runners into the box. That's what you don't want. They're very dangerous.
And a chance! They scored! It is no contest. It is a landslide.
Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there. But you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Substitution for Lyon.
It's become a case of men against boys.
Number 6.
He's shifting through the gears here.
Number 29.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
Number 8.
And there goes the final whistle. So then, can they afford to believe just 2 games left and the wind is well and truly in their sails? Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Arsenal really look like a winning contender. They move on with room to spare.
Played on the screen.
So we are down to the last four. Semi-finals, as they are meant to be, right on edge. Both sides have laid out their credentials to be here, but only one of them makes the final.
Everyone, please welcome to the field our players.
So it's a straight shootout for the final. That's what we're going to see. There's nowhere, Jim, you would rather be.
A game some may argue with justification as being harder than the final itself, Peter. I can certainly attest to that from my own experience. While you do everything to tell yourself you shouldn't get too ahead of things, it's actually harder than it seems. But it's looking like a terrific occasion here. Let's just hope we have a game to
Climbs up big! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
You really could have done with engaging those crosses much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Lima. Kimmich. Gnabry. And here's Kane. Olise. Olise! Goal! Bayern Munich! Now that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
His manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
Bayern Munich have their opener. It is a goal of real significance. Gomez. Andre Gomez!
Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there. You have to give credit and fairness to the four-footed present team. They've been quite uncomfortable for it.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
And here's Olise. Could move up a gear here. He's got space in the area. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And the counter is on. Kimmich. And here's Olise. Great defending, strong and determined. Olise showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Olise. Musiala. Shot, surely! Goal! Bayern Munich! And they get themselves in front!
Bayern Munich, the danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision.
That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. And it's Gomez. Gomez proves just a little bit too strong. Musiala. Bondi. Gomez.
There will
Giroud.
be 1 minute
Bentaleb.
added time.
It's out for a goal kick. Ito. Half-time in the semi-final. Leading 2-1, but things are very much in the balance here.
It's kind of a hard one to call, Peter, isn't it? I mean, from what we've seen so far, both sides have provided ample evidence that they can add more goals, and I'm sure their respective managers have reminded them that the next one will be pretty crucial. So it's going to be interesting to see how the teams come out for the next period. Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on it.
And the shot! He's got away with one there. Bondi. Lima. And that's been won straight back. And here's Kane. Olise. Olise concedes a free kick for that. And it's Giroud. Bentaleb.
The attendance
Kim
for this
Min-jae,
match was
nicely done.
60,332.
And there's his chance to lead the counter. Gomez has found the net here, of course.
Lille may only be one behind, but they're showing much in turn.
And the shot! It's off target and by quite a way.
Lille, well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Now it's Olise. Now it's Musiala. He can run onto that. Oh, he's got a side of goal. Olise. Great chance! It's there! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
Substitution in
Bayern
progress.
Munich with 2 up and into a position of real strength.
I wonder if the manager is tempted to go for another and really kill the game off completely. I, for one, think he should now.
And that could set him on his way. Brilliantly cut out. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Oh, perfectly measured that. And he's there to get it away. And there's going to be another change here.
Substitutions taking
You have
place.
to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. So not long left in this now. They have 1 foot in the final. That's a throw. Couple of changes then in quick succession.
Substitution.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart, and yet...
Bayern Munich have a free kick. Up he goes! Oh, split-second reaction.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
There will be 3
Really well manoeuvred. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. And here's Giroud. He's through here. He has found the way through. Goes for a shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
That's it. They are out. Well, in some ways, defeat here even more painful than losing in the final. So near, yet so far.